Welcome guys to episode 9. We're going really fast on this build. I'm very excited to continue the process and improving this car. Today we're working on the transmission. We're changing the fluid, but we're not putting just any fluid in there. We're not using Honda stuff. We're not using AmSoil. We're not using Mobil 1. We're not using anything like that. We're actually using AC Delco, which is a friction modified fluid. It is proven to solve the third gear pop out and also third gear grind. This fluid is really good for this car. It's used throughout the community many times, and I've been pushing this fluid towards you guys on IG posts and things like that, and small reviews that I've done in the past. So you guys have tried it and actually had a lot of luck with it. So I'm making a video about this so I can further spread the word, and that way you guys can either solve an issue or put good stuff in your transmission. Everybody wants that. So today we're going to be putting this fluid on this car. It has not been done in a while, so I'm expecting a huge improvement in shifting and how smooth shifts are. So let's get started. This fluid is excellent for this car. I absolutely love it. I've been using it for about 3 years now. I've made a lot of posts and a lot of reviews online for you guys, and many of you have solved a lot of issues with it. I'm very excited to further spread the word. This is excellent right here, and I can't wait to put it on the Project Orange. So the kit is gonna include 2 quarts of AC Delco synchronous transmission fluid, a funnel, and a transmission washer so you can replace your old one. Like I said guys, this is a complete kit, and it's gonna be available on the website. So we got Project Orange ready right here. If you guys haven't seen the video for the engine bay, make sure you go watch it. It is awesome and it came out really good. So next we're gonna go ahead and get the car on jack stands in the front so we can have access to the transmission, and I'll show you guys where you have to fill up this car. It's all the way in there. I'll show you where the drain and fill bolts are. That way you can do it yourself. It is a very easy job, and you can definitely do it on your driveway. You don't have to pay anybody to do this. We're gonna use jack stands for this job, so make sure you use this. So we have 2 options to actually remove the fill bolt. Make sure you do remove the fill bolt first, because you don't want to remove the drain bolt, drain the fluid out, and not be able to fill it up. So make sure you always do the fill bolt first, loosen it up, make sure that can be removed before you start the job. You have 2 options, so you can either do it from the top, but I don't know if you guys have the stock air box. In order to do that job, you're gonna have to remove the stock air box. So you can actually access the fill bolt from the wheel. So just to show you guys, and it'll be easier for the video, I'm gonna remove the wheel, and I'm gonna show you the fill bolt where it is. That way you can reach it from here. So now we are in the driver wheel well. If you look closely, that's your fill bolt. And that one that you see right there, that's your drain bolt. It is different, so you can tell differences between both. That's your fill, and that's your drain. So you can access both from this side and from underneath the car. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the fill bolt first, and then followed by draining the fluid. So to remove the drain bolt, you can use a simple square wrench like that. Just fit it in there and remove it. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the drain bolt right here. The oil looks pretty dirty. Seems like OEM fluid, but at least smells like it. Now that it's finished draining, put your brand new washer back in. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this open. It does have a gasket in here so it won't leak. So once you have that nice and tight in there, crack it open over here. And then if you flip it the other side, you'll see fluid come out right in here. So we're gonna go ahead and try this on the car. So we're taking our funnel right here, we're opening it up, and we're gonna go ahead and put this upside down, put this part in the fill hole in there, and then after that we're gonna crack this open and we'll see the fluid come out of here. And then you can see it go inside the transmission right there. So next we're gonna start filling it up. Okay guys, so the car is filled and I put the fill bolt back in. It's nice and tight. It is a 17mm bolt. Another tip that you can do is make the car level. So what I've done, I made the car perfectly level. That way the transmission is level and it fills up properly. So you can do that as well. But overall guys, it's an extremely easy job that you can do, and I mean, I think it'll take you maybe an hour or so depending on your skill level. So now that we're done with the transmission fluid, we're gonna actually include the power steering fluid change on this video. This is very dirty and it's very low as well. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty low and it's extremely dirty. So we're gonna do a nice flush on this. I don't know if you can see in there, but the condition of the fluid is quite dirty. So you can either go to Acura or Honda and pick yourself up a few bottles of these. Get about 6 or 7. You do need to flush the system quite well. It does take a lot of fluid and these bottles are very small. So go ahead and pick yours up at Honda. It should be a little cheaper than Acura, so it's the same thing, it's just different labels. So we're gonna start by draining this and cleaning it up. The way we can fill it up with fresh fluid and start the flushing process. So for this part, you can use a pump like this. You can put this inside the bottle and suck up the old fluid and dump it in another bottle. So I'll show you guys that process. And then you get yourself another bottle like this and you start pumping your old fluid. So after you fill it back up to the max level, you gotta go ahead and close it up and turn on the car and cycle the wheel left to right multiple times, and you're gonna see the fluid circulate and do its job, and this fluid should start turning black again, and you can go ahead and change it a few times and then repeat this process until the fluid is clear. You don't want to run this pump dry, otherwise you're gonna risk damaging the pump. So we already finished that step and look at that, it's black again. So we're gonna go ahead and repeat that step multiple times until this fluid is clear, or at least close to clear. I barely use a whole bottle in that step, so I still have half a bottle left. So you can probably get 2 times out of 1 bottle, which is great. So we're gonna go ahead and continue this step, and we should be good. So after 6 or 7 passes, now we're left with nice clear fluid. Before we could even tell this bottle was clear. Now you can see right through it. Fluid is nice and clean, so we're done here. I'm just gonna wrap this up, clean up everything, and it should be good. Alright guys, so that's gonna conclude this video. I hope it was super helpful for you guys looking to do a power steering flush and also a transmission fluid flush. That is something that is essential for these cars. They are approaching 13 years old, so make sure you keep with maintenance. That way you can lower your costs overall throughout time. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to watch more content. There's a lot of more things coming up, and we almost to the finish line. I can't wait to get this car done and running. Right now it's looking pretty good so far, so I'm very excited to see what's next. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, peace.